Figure it out!
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series and is intended to aid the Dreamcast and gaming community. So this is a Sega Dreamcast keyboard. This came out at the same time as the launch of the system, and it was mostly just used for web browsing at first. Eventually, they released a few games that could play with this. Most of them were in Japan only, but we got to see one, and that was called The Typing of the Dead. I'll do a review on that later, but needless to say, it's pretty funny. So that's the box, and the box says, add true keyboard functionality to your Sega Dreamcast. Plug the Dreamcast keyboard into a Dreamcast controller port and start typing. True, that's exactly what would happen if you plugged it in. But you also need some sort of software to support it. They don't mention that. Anyway, you want to see what its mouse looks like here? Yeah, that's the mouse with the keyboard. They were going for a PC kind of deal here. Frankly, I'd rather use a PC. But another interesting thing to note about the keyboard is that there were a few different versions. Why, I don't really know. But this one just says Dreamcast. There were ones that had the swirl, some that don't. I think there were a slightly different layout of the keys. The keyboard itself is a pretty well-made keyboard, and it has, you know, little tabs on the back to put it up. It says Sega, of course. It's cool. These things, there's not really any reason to get this unless you really want to play Typing of the Dead. But if you do, these are ridiculously affordable. And I mean ridiculously. Like, I have a few of these because I went to a store that had a bunch of them, and they were willing to sell them for a nickel a piece. They just wanted them out of there. So that's why I've got a few, especially ones in boxes. No, I don't really want to part with them. But trust me, if you want a keyboard for the Dreamcast, you can get one pretty easily. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you so desire. However, we'd really appreciate it if you'd check out our other videos that are of a higher production caliber. Thank you.